Wow, this is some terrible lighting. Hold on a second. That better? Not really. Oh, there it is. Alright guys, I've been full-time RVing now for going on probably 3 weeks. Short month, probably. And I've been in a 30-foot nitrous by Fleetwood toy hauler. As you can tell, it's got 2 bunks in the back that lift up. And talk about RVing. It's definitely a unique experience. Coming from living on a farm, everything is different. That's the best way to say it. The farm that I used to live on we had propane everything. Well, really not propane everything, but we had a propane stove, and we used to have propane heat in the house. But you go to an RV life, everything is propane, which I never really noticed. My hand looks horrible in this fucking light. I've been working all day. But you go from your stove being propane powered to everything being propane powered. Your fridge, your heat, your stove, your water heater. Everything is propane powered. And you really never notice how much propane you go through until everything in your house runs off of it. And the number one thing is you don't run out of propane in the middle of the afternoon. It's 45 degrees outside, which 45 degrees is fucking cold in Oregon because we're constantly fucking wet here. So you end up running out of propane at 1 o'clock in the morning. So that means you have no heat. And if you're living off-grid, that means you have no fridge. So luckily enough, I have full hookups where I'm at right now. So if you can tough it out through the night in a 45-degree camper, which is, you got a couple of blankets, whoop-de-doo, what 45 degrees is. So you go out in the morning, turn your diverter valve across to your next propane tank, and then I've gotten a week and a half, 2 weeks out of a 20-pound cylinder, which is me leaving my hot water heater on, and heat turned up to 65 degrees. But I do turn it off when I leave for work, so I turn it back on when I get home or back to the trailer. And then you take your propane tank, and for me, my nearest propane seller is either 15 miles north in a mid-sized town, or you go 10 minutes down the road and you buy propane for 50% higher than what it is in a big town, because it's a little tiny bumblefuck farm town that not very many people buy propane at, which is kind of fucking weird and stupid at the same time. As you figure a farm town, so you got lots of farmers out buying propane for their weed burners or whatever it is. And I just remembered something here. I'm gonna plug my phone. Another thing is in a house, your motherfucking skylights don't open, so you gotta remember to close those at night if you want your house to stay warm. I'm up on the bunk that I normally sleep in. I sleep on this bunk because that window that's right there gives me a good view out over the fields and the backyard of the property I'm staying in. The other thing is we have stayed in this trailer off-grid, and this might just be an experience for me because it's possible that we have bad batteries or something like that. But I'm just reaching for my phone cord right now. This one take video because I'm shooting from my iPhone. But luckily enough, we have a on-site generator. Well, a generator in the trailer is built in, being as it's a toy hauler. It's got a 4,000 watt Onan with a 20-gallon fuel cell in the trailer. So if you have, when we went off grid with it, we had 6 people with us. So that means you got to figure out how for 6 people to take a shower. We would split it 2 days apart, whatever, however we do it. So you got to have your generator running for that, because the lights were on, pump was on, hot water heater's firing, fridge is on, which technically your fridge doesn't burn any power unless you open it and the light comes on. You got your heat running at night, and that means if your batteries are bad, you're running your generator 24/7, which then that means you will burn about 20 gallons of fuel in a weekend. So you end up, it gets expensive. And the other thing is, sounds weird and all, but toilet paper for your bathroom is you gotta buy RV safe toilet paper that breaks down in your black tank. So you gotta find an RV store that sells it. 'Cause I haven't looked at Walmart, but you gotta find an RV store, which in some places is kind of hard to find. So you end up buying $4 for a 4-pack of toilet paper is about $4, which blows my fucking mind because I grew up shopping at Costco, where you go in and buy the jumbo pack of Costco toilet paper for $14, and you have toilet paper for the next year and a half. But when you come home from work and you do your business in the bathroom, and you end up using toilet paper and use 4 rolls every week, that's $5 just in toilet paper. And so budgeting is a major thing. RVing, if you're in an RV full time, or in the north, I'm technically in the middle of Oregon, kind of on the west coast of Oregon. So I'm not on the coast, but I'm in the Willamette Valley. And so you end up with, you got to set aside at least $50 a week for food, propane. And that's if you aren't paying for a site or anything like that for your hookups. So you got food, you got propane, you got your necessities, shampoo, toilet paper, whatever. And the other thing is I came from a family where we go and stock up on food the beginning of every month. And you're normally good for the month. I mean, you got your few things that you got to occasionally run to the store for, but you kind of can't do that when your freezer has a smaller cubic footage than a 20-quart Coleman cooler that rides around in the trunk of my car. So there's multiple other things too. I'm currently staying right on the side of it's a pretty major highway, and well, I'm not right on the side of it, but I'm on an RV pad that's behind a house. So every big rig, log truck, semi drives by, even with your stabilizer jacks down, which I've got my stabilizer jacks down sitting on 2x6 material. that stabilizes the RV. Hopefully, you feel every little vibration bump from every log truck that goes by. So you end up with nothing but fucking vibrations. If you just heard that, that was probably a semi going by, probably a hay truck or something like that, or fully loaded B train, because it vibrated the couch pretty well that I'm sitting on. This is going to be the part one of this video. I'm going to continue with part two, because this is going on 10 minutes and 30 seconds, and I don't know how much storage my phone has.